What's up everybody and welcome back to An Idiot's Road to Glory, where we are kicking it off basically as an SBC addict, which is what I have become now. I've gone from swearing that no SBCs are worth the money and I wouldn't do Dani Alves to basically just doing every single one. And we're going to do the Champions League one, for the team of the group stage, Toni Kroos. And he's going to go into our team. So that's what we're going to do. This episode is going to consist of doing this SBC. And they're going to show you my new team, which contains Lionel Messi, because you guys have been banging on about me to get him for absolutely ages. Like even before Neymar, back when we had like Nedved and stuff like that, you guys are telling me to get Messi. So that is what we're going to do in this episode. We're finally going to get Messi. And then I'm going to show you guys some gameplay from this week's FUT Champs that I did with Messi, and show you where I ended up finishing off in FUT Champs and what rewards you guys can expect this weekend. So anyway, the first squad you can see I did with all players bar 3 untradeable. Even the blue player was untradeable from ages ago, doing them 2-player ones, and I just had to snipe 3 players. So Germans were kind of expensive because you needed them to get the Kroos. So it was costing me like 2,800 coins to snipe a Jonathan Tah, which still isn't too bad, to be honest with you. Like, that's under 3k. The other players that I need were Dost and Bernardeschi. So I think this whole SBC, obviously excluding the untradables, which I could have traded in for something else. So like when people say, oh, it only cost me this to do. Yeah, I suppose that's true. But I could have saved the stuff for Futmas, but I think it costs me 4k. Something like that to do this first squad. So that is pretty ridiculous. And we're going to flick through that and I'll show you guys the other squad that we traded in as well once we pick ourselves up a Dost. We're also going to do comment of the day before we go to live. King Cole 104 said, Andy, I like the Idiot's Road to Glory, but it annoys me that your videos are really behind. Please can you start making them more up to date with the game? So I like this comment. I like that it's not just positive stuff and it's constructive criticism and all stuff like that, as I finally pick up a Dost for 1,700 coins. But the honest answer, mate, is unfortunately no. Like, this episode has got probably, I mean, I could have broken up a little bit more and I could have done just this one. And we are a little bit late and we have missed days and stuff like that with the Road to Glory because I've set myself far too many videos to record in December. I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's a little bit ridiculous. I'm trying to do a video every single day on my main channel, plus out of half of them days a squad builder showdown on other people's channels as well, plus trying to do a video every single day on this channel. I think it works out to like 75 videos in December, which is just ridiculous, to be honest with you. I'm not sure why I decided to do it as you jump in and open this pack. So I do try to get them up as often as possible, or as close to the time as upload as possible, as we get ourselves an absolutely terrible pack from this first SBC. But you've got to kind of understand that a Road to Glory, even though you guys only see like brief snippets of it each week, and a lot of it is live and me talking to you guys about the stuff that he's doing, the amount of time I spend playing FIFA off camera for this Road to Glory is ridiculous. Like, you're going to see maybe 3 games of this FUT Champs, which is still like an hour. It takes like an hour to play 3 games of FUT Champs. And then obviously I had to do all these SBCs, which then maybe picking up all these players and designing the squads and stuff like that maybe took me, like, this squad in particular was a pain to design. I'm just flicking through and showing you guys the prices. Like, some of them got extortionate. Icardi's still like about 25k, but Hamsik went up to 30k because he was in like all of the solutions. Is a good way to do it. And I just had to suck it up and buy him basically to get this Kroos. But actually designing this team took me absolutely ages, and trying to use the players that I already had on my club and not buy more, and what was the cheapest way to do it and everything like that. There's a lot that goes into recording the Road to Glory, and some of the videos, like for example FUT Champs rewards, I can flick my PlayStation on, record it and upload the video that exact same day. But that's just because it's just rewards, whereas then I'd go and do other stuff on the Thursday, which becomes Friday's video, and I might do Thursday night and Friday morning, which becomes Saturday's video, which then gives me Friday and Saturday to play FUT Champs. And it's hard, basically, is what I'm getting at. If I could literally just do the Road to Glory, it'd be very easy, and I could just do one every day and upload one every day on the same day. But unfortunately, this is sort of just like a passion project, I suppose. Like, it's a second channel, it's not my actual job. I just do it because I like making the Road to Glory, and I like doing SBCs because I'm apparently addicted to them. So I do try my best, and I'm thinking actually of trying to, well, not trying to, I've been trying to upload the Road to Glory every single day, but it's getting really difficult through December with doing the Squad of the Show and Advent Calendar, and then trying to do the Advent Calendar Challenge giveaways on the other days on my main channel and stuff like that. So I've been debating knocking the Road to Glory back to maybe like 4 a week instead of 7 a week, just to give me a little bit of a break, to be perfectly honest with you, because it's just starting to take its toll. We are now about 2 weeks into December, and it's just well, not quite 2 weeks into December, but 2 weeks into my recording session, because I started them just before the start of December to try and get ahead. As we packed a walkout in the other one of these packs, so my SBC pack look is kind of carried on. It's only Thomas Muller, who's only worth about 19k, I think, something like that, maybe a little bit less. He's doing a really, really weird pose and stuff, but whatever. Basically, no, unfortunately, is the answer. Like, I just can't. Like, there'll be days where I'll record like 3 Road to Glory videos, and then I won't record one for like 3 days, and then that last one will be like 3 days late. But unfortunately, that's just the way it is, and that's just the way this channel goes. I'll try and put them up as often as I can and as on time or time specific as I can, but it's just my journey, and you guys will see it as it happens and as I get it up, unfortunately. Anyway, we're on this squad. We've got this squad. If we jump to live, we've got this squad, and this is the squad basically that I showed you guys. I showed you it without the Cruz, and was saying like, suggest me some ideas for what squads we should be doing. Obviously your ideas maybe won't quite fit anymore because you're going to get the Cruz, but I suppose we don't actually have to use them, although we did cost me about, I think that other squad must have gone on for like 70,000-80,000 coins worth of players that I bought for that, maybe even more. The first one basically cost me nothing, but he's a decent player. I actually really like him. We've played 9 games with them. An extra one on from the game disconnected and nothing really happened, and it just takes a contract off you because that's FIFA. But he's got an assist. I feel like he actually scored. He scored in the game where we got disconnected, and it didn't count the goal, but it gave me a game on his thing, which is really weird. But anyway, doesn't matter. We've got the Cruz. He's pretty decent. There's some good suggestions. Will Erlich? Oh my god. Erlich, I don't know how to pronounce the name, sorry, Will, I don't know, I've got a clue how to pronounce your second name, but he said, get Messi, Scream, Busquets, Isco or Griezmann, and Coutinho. And I really did like the idea of getting that Scream Busquets, but the thing, even before I got Cruz, the thing that put me off is that when his pace changes and there's no longer 90, he's going to crash in price, so I didn't want to go anywhere near that. And then we got Cruz, and we don't need another CDM, basically. So then it just became the conundrum of how do I make this team. So we're going to go straight ahead and we're going to put in Lionel Messi, because that is the man on the thumbnail. That is the man you guys know is going into this squad, and that is the man we've been trying to get into our team for absolutely ages. It cost me 920,000 coins, and in the 9 games, it says 10, in the 9 games he got 5 goals, which I think is pretty decent because he was playing right attacking mid. There was a couple of goals as well that our other players scored where Messi did some mad bit of dribbling, cut inside, hit a finesse shot, hit the bar, and then someone else ran in and tapped at him. So he's really good. I really like him. Maybe it's just, I was going to say maybe it's me not really favouring the right camp spot, but I used to have Salah there and he was absolutely incredible. But I started off slow with Messi, and the more I've got used to him, the better he's got, and he feels really good. And I'll show you some clips of him at the end of this video. But first of all, this was the conundrum I was in, basically. How do we get this squad onto full chemistry? I really liked the idea of having Dybala here, but then I wasn't and we could have gone Dybala and Coutinho, I suppose, which is almost kind of what we did. But the thing with it is that he's not a very good left winger, and I didn't actually want Coutinho, so I'm going to put Coutinho in. I believe he's a left forward. We ended up with Coutinho just as a player to have for now because we can't afford someone better, essentially. I didn't actually want him, but we've got him because he's the only one who worked. So that's kind of annoying. You can see he's got a goal and 2 assists in the 9 games. So if you compare that to Messi, you can see that Messi is actually sick comparing him to Coutinho. So then it became a point of how do I make this squad work? And there's actually, I mean, I could have just gone for Dybala, but that isn't what I did. Instead, what I realised is if I change the formation, we can actually have a lot more freedom with this team. So I changed it to 4-3-3, the second variation. If I pop Cruz here, he's on full chemistry because he gets a strong link to Casemiro and Bale. Casemiro is on full chemistry so long as he gets an orange link, a normal link here, which is decent. Thiago Silva gets a link to Casemiro, a perfect link to Dani Alves. It basically just makes the squad work, and all I needed before I even put in Coutinho was somebody who is either Brazilian and in the La Liga to get a link. Well, to get a strong link off Alessandro, I suppose. To get a link to Casemiro, so to get a link to Alexandro and Casemiro, but Casemiro gave him a strong link anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But one of them, or just somebody who's strong linked to one of the other guys. So there's a couple of options. The one that I actually went for has turned out to be a bit of a revelation. Like, arguably better than Messi. Arguably the new star of this team. Basically the new Firmino, which is actually really funny because it's kind of the opposite way around to real life. Liverpool got rid of this guy and brought in Firmino, whereas I have got rid of Firmino and brought in Luis Suárez. He's absolutely awesome. Like, I was planning this team and I really wanted to get him in, but I couldn't work out a way. Like, if, for example, I switched back to 4-3-3-3, I couldn't work out a way to make it work, basically. There just wasn't really anything that I could do to get full chemistry. I could play Cruz striker, but then this would work in hindsight. That works absolutely fine, but I didn't want Coutinho was the issue. I wanted somebody actually sick. And we've just got him because he's a holding player for now. Whereas when I then eventually swap this Coutinho for, say, Nedved, Suárez we can get full chem. That was the issue. Whereas, if we change to 4-3-3, the second variation, and we put everyone back into their proper spots, you can see I can put literally any left wing there, so long as it gets an orange link, or so long as the winger gets full chemistry from it, basically, because everyone else in that team's already on full chem. Messi is on full chem, even if he doesn't link to the winger. Suárez is on full chem. Suárez needs an orange link, actually, to be fair. But there's no way to not give Messi an extra link. It doesn't, basically, so long as the orange links, full chemistry. Now, I actually went for Coutinho because he's the only one that I could afford. What I actually wanted was to bring back baby Nedved because I thought he was absolutely sick, but he's like 800k now and I can't afford him. See, still full chemistry, which is very, very nice. The team ties together really, really well. And there's actually a couple of things coming out this weekend which could be pretty decent. Apparently there's going to be a left wing informed Dembele from Barca, which could be pretty sick to put in here. If we get a red one, that would be absolutely quality. Or we could just get Nedved, or we could try a different icon, or we could even completely change the team again, because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm probably going to sell Messi this weekend because I bought him for 920k. He's currently, I think, 940 because he's out of packs. And then when everyone this weekend gets some more Foot Champs coins and wants to buy Messi on Thursday, he's going to go up in price even more. Like, this is currently the lowest point of the market and he's more expensive than I bought him for. Gareth Bale is 430k at the moment, which is nuts. So I'm tempted to sell them both. And I know, scandalous that, isn't it? I'm tempted to sell Gareth Bale and then invest them 1 point whatever millions of coins into 84s for Footmas, and then come out of Footmas and build this team again, but with Nedved, and then we'll have even more coins left over as well because I've still got ridiculous amounts of investments on my trade pile. We could even maybe get informed Suárez and Champions League Bale and stuff like that. So prime Nedved maybe. Prime Rivaldo, I'm not really sure. There's loads and loads of different options, but let me know what you guys think about that. I'm probably going to sell Messi because he's going to come back into packs and go down in price. There's the potential to get a red striker Salah and bring back Salah into this team, which would be pretty sick if we change this back to 4-3-3, the third variation. We could put Salah, Fabinho, Firmino and Mane, and we could bring back basically the old school team that we used to have, but with a striker, second informed Salah would be pretty ridiculous. There's loads of different stuff that we could do. We're going to basically have to see what we get in our rewards most of all for that. But there's loads of different ideas. Let me know if you think I should sell Messi and Bale. I feel so bad selling Bale. Look at his record form. He's absolutely sick. But he's up so much and he's probably going to come back down. And then there's Suárez, who in the 9 games has got 8 goals and 2 assists. And he is an absolute revelation. He's better than Firmino. He's ridiculous. I've got an engine on him to give him a bit more pace, a bit more dribbling and a bit more passing. Amazing. Central cami plays in-game. If I jump to my actual squad, this was just one that I made to show you guys the team. If we jump to... where is it? This one. I can show you guys how it actually looks when we get into the game by going into my custom tactics. We have it like this. Oh, no, we don't. That's balanced. We go on defensive. We have it like this. Gareth Bale striker, Suárez in the centre, Coutinho on the left, Messi on the right, Cruz and Casemiro at CDM, and obviously the back 4. And I play it with these tactics here. I've actually just dropped this back. I think it used to be there. I want to get Messi cutting inside more, so I'm going to try it this weekend. But pretty standard 4-2-3-1 for myself. Pato comes on as a sub. Paulinho usually gets subbed on for Cruz because he hasn't got the best stamina, but he's absolutely sick at passing, and even I put a shadow on him to get him like 92 interceptions and 80 pace and stuff like that. He's really, really good. I really like him, so having good fun with him. He's a really nice looking card. 5-star weak foot, just controls the midfield and is a really good person to pair up with Casemiro, basically, who just intercepts everything, give the ball to Cruz, and then Cruz will spray a beautiful pass. But yeah, that is the new team. It's looking pretty good. I'm liking Chiellini. He's a bit of a tank to dribble with, but he basically just falls over his own legs, but he's an absolute rock and is huge and just doesn't concede goals. And then Szczesny's really good, even though he can't do the kickoff glitch thing. But all in all, just enjoyed this team really this weekend. I was playing some of the best FIFA I've played in this weekend's Foot Champs. On the Sunday in particular, I was playing really, really well. I've got one of the games at the end for you guys to see. But yeah, let's just jump in and watch some of the gameplay as we jump into game number 1. Again, this was game number 1 with this team. So we were already, I think we finished 5-2 on the Friday with my old team of Neymar and stuff like that. And then we came up against this, which is a pretty decent team. He hasn't quite got full chemistry on his Fabinho and... Oh no, he did have Fabinho because of the perfect thing. On his Dani Alves though. And we almost started off with a nice assist from Messi to our old star, Gareth Bale, whipping it, but he didn't quite put it into the back of the net, unfortunately, with that one. And then Alexandro, watch this. Oof, he's just showing off to the new boys, isn't he? Absolutely beautiful. But anyway, we've just got quite a few bits of highlights of the game, to be honest with you. I really did actually quite enjoy playing with this team. Messi's really, really nice to use. Suárez just bangs in goals. It was good fun. I'm looking forward to getting a Nedved or someone like that. Like I said, with regards to videos, again, just to go back to that, I'm tempted to even... Did I say? I think I said, yeah, I'm tempted to drop them back to maybe once every other day or a couple, or like 4 a week or something, as we scored an absolutely horrific goal. Suárez, on his debut, poacher's goal, having a striker at cam is very, very nice for that. Terrible time finesse from Gareth Bale, somehow hit the post, and that was actually how this first game ended, to be honest with you. It was a very close game. You can see me checking the saves because it mustn't have been as close as the scoreline would suggest, and I was frustrated that I didn't score more goals. Yeah, there we go, 60% possession. 12 shots, 7 on target to 5 and 3, so I feel like we must have battered that game. And unfortunately, that was the only goal that we scored. That was pretty jammy that we managed to get that win. But that was the first game with the team, and we were sort of just getting used to what everyone can do. Obviously, I've had Coutinho before, but I was getting used to Messi and Kroos and Suárez and stuff like that. And then, I think this might be game number 2. That might have been the only game that I played on the Saturday, actually, because I was fuming at the server. So I think this is the first game that we played on the Sunday against another really good team, to be honest with you. I hate playing against Van Dijk. Drives me absolutely mental, he does. And this guy is actually really good at FIFA, to be honest with him. I hate playing against Pogba as well. I absolutely hate him with a passion. Dani Alves, you can see there, winning headers. I was scared to get him at first, but he's really, really, really good. And you can see Messi dribbling at pace. Again, really good play. Of course he's really good. It's Messi. This is a decent goal, actually. Slotted through by Coutinho. This game was really, really close. I remember it now. And that was like 51st minute. Cagey. Really, really close, tight-necked game, and neck and neck, whatever you want to call it. And we managed to go ahead in the 50th minute. And then Messi, little Leo with his free kicks. I've hit the bar a couple of times, but he's still not quite scored on, but we're getting them down now. He's good. He's good at free kicks. I can't take corners with him. It's really, really bizarre. Like, you aim it like at the penalty spot and he just kicks it straight into the goalie's hands. Not really sure what that's about, but his free kicks, his run-up animation is sick, and it just bangs them. He's so, so good. I really, really like using Messi to take free kicks. So that is another very big positive of having him in our team. Like I said, this guy was good though. He almost caught us on the counter-attack. Casemiro gets up to win the header. We play the ball out to Gareth Bale with Suárez, and we're just sort of waiting for some passing options and dribbling around. Like I said, I was playing really well, and I was playing really safe and making, not safe in particular, safe at the back, but always playing the right passes and just seeing everything, what was going to happen. And then Suárez was just finishing everything off, and I was just playing really, really well on the Sunday, to be honest with you. I stopped playing to go for a run and then didn't play anymore when I came back, and I definitely should have carried on. Like, even here you can see, just controlling the game and not panicking at 2-0 up. There's no reason for me to hoop the ball forwards and try and score a goal straight away, because I'm 2-0 up. Like, why would it give him the chance to get the ball back? We're just going to pass around. We're going to keep... We do eventually end up breaking forwards, and this is something for new players. Jesus Christ. We timed that red. That's something when you get new players, just getting used to your players shooting animations and things like that. If that was Gareth Bale, I would have probably timed that green, and it probably, well, it was on his left foot as well. But I would have timed it green, but because it was Suárez, I'm just not really used to how he swings his leg and shoots, and we ended up having an absolute mare. Suárez probably should have scored again. But as you can see, that game was much closer. This guy was really good. We ended up coming out with a 2-0 win. Nice goal from Bale, I think assisted by Suárez, and then a nice goal by Suárez as well. And then we jumped into this one, which was later on. This guy's also got that Kroos, he's also got Suárez, he's also got Bale, he's got Casemiro. He's basically got my team, to be honest with you. He's got Salah playing off chemistry at left wing to get Fabinho in, who was horrific to play against as well on this game. Look at Dani Alves is jumping. I was scared to put him in, like I said, but he's actually sick. And then here's little Leo, beautiful finesse into the far corner. When you can get him on that left foot, he is majestic, which is why I've just dropped down the width of my attacking team to try and have Messi there a little bit. This guy, again, was very good at FIFA, but he was also... I don't know what he was doing. I feel like maybe he thought he was a lot better than he actually was, and he was doing loads of, like, pointless skill moves, as you've just seen there, and loads of, like, fancy passes and flicks and stuff like that. But when he went forward and he did actually try, he was really good, as you can like using skill moves, getting the ball in. But Chiellini's just like, nah, nothing gets past me, bro. And we went into half time at 1-0. We came out to half time, and this is the kickoff, and it's a kickoff goal. But it's actually quite a well-weighted kickoff goal, to be honest with you. Like I said, I was playing good, I was feeling good, I was doing skill moves and knowing what to do when, and playing passes and not panicking and cutting back. And usually I had to just whip that cross in, but we cut back, we make the space, and Suárez is, even without the kickoff goal boost, Suárez is always going to finish that. He's so good, and that put me 2-0 up in this game. But usually I would have just panicked with Coutinho and just tried to cross the ball in. We cut back. I don't know if we did a fake shot or used the right stick to flick it backwards, and we cut into the gap, we passed it off to Suárez, and we scored. And as you can see, doing weird little fancy flicks and stuff, but my defending for this was just absolutely terrible, and it is Suárez scores and makes it 2-1 absolutely instantly. So a kickoff goal for me, a kickoff goal for him, and we're back to square one, only 1 goal ahead. We play in little Leo down the side. He stops, he scoops, he goes around the outside, he tries to stick across him, but we can't quite get there. And then this guy's trying to come away with his Toni Kroos, but my Casemiro's over there, and he's like, hell no, I'm taking that ball back. And then, just this is what happens basically. I give the ball to Kroos, and then he finds the perfect pass. I mean, that one is literally just a little tap round the corner to Suárez. But so much of the time, it's always him spraying mad balls. And he's even on the edge of the box for shots sometimes, but we couldn't quite get the finish off with him. He's really good. I would recommend doing him, especially if you've got a couple of untradables knocking around in your club. Obviously, Footmas is coming, and there's good players going to be coming out in that you can do. But last year, this guy come very, very close to scoring. Last year, they were extortionately priced, I'm going to be honest with you. Whereas this Kroos is reasonable. It costs like 90k to do, and you get 70k of packs as well. So he's not the biggest upgrade. I wish he was a 92 instead of a 91, but I really like him. He's a good little player. I'd recommend you guys picking him up. There he goes again. Just give the ball to Kroos and look for a pass is essentially how my attacking or transition from defence to attack works these days. Casemiro makes the tackle, give the ball to Kroos, look for a pass. It's basically what I do. He's so sick. This is coming to Suárez here, and we don't really know what I'm trying to turn back there for. We should have just carried on going, and this guy picks the ball back up. But again, you can see, just doing little flicks and skill moves for absolutely no reason. He loses the ball because of it. We give it into Bale, and I was seeing passes, Kroos into Coutinho. We're always making the right decisions and stuff like that, just cutting back and doing absolutely all sorts. We just can't quite get the finish off. Comes to Messi, we can't quite get the finish off, and I was just feeling really confident, and like it's not mad stuff, but it was just working, and we were just doing it, and I was always choosing to do the right skill moves and not messing about and panicking and all sorts of stuff like that. Here's one where I do panic and try to whip a ball in, and I'm like, Jesus, Andy, why on earth did you just try and do that? But this guy is just frantically trying to clear the ball away. He doesn't manage to do it. We managed to make some space with Luis Suárez. He cuts the ball back, and little Leo is there to nod the ball in at the front post and make it 3-1. Do we make it 4? I'm pretty sure we do. We tried to through ball Messi. Yes, we definitely do, because I remember this little highlight. His keeper comes out, manages to clear the ball away. Again, it's Kroos, it's into Bale, it's into Suárez, it's perfectly timed, it's top bins, it's 4-1 to Andy. This guy was very good, and like I said, doing all those little fancy things. I couldn't resist just dabbing on him at the end when we went 4-1 up. It was a close game. He was good at FIFA, and sometimes you just got to be a little bit toxic and dab your head off. And that was basically the end of my FUT champs, to be honest with you. If we jump to this, you'll see that I finished the weekend 14-2, which means we're getting gold 3 rewards once again, because that is the least stressful way to do it. And we got Chiellini last week, so why not? Maybe this week we can get ourselves a Salah, we can get ourselves a Dembele, we can get ourselves a Cancelo. I'm not really sure. We'll have to see what we get, but that is where I'm going to leave this road to glory. Bit of a catch-up for you guys. Like I said, it mightn't be every day this week, but it mightn't be every day until like after Christmas, to be honest with you, because I just need a bit of a break, and I've been signed myself up to do far too many videos. But I hope you guys are enjoying it. Not as many of you guys actually watching it as well, and I think that is just due to content spam. Like me included, putting up a ridiculous amount of videos. There's not enough time to watch all of them, but everyone throughout December doing like Vlogmas and Christmas this and Christmas that and Footmas this and Footmas. There's just so many videos, so maybe we'll cut the road to glory back to every other day until after Christmas, just to give me a bit of a break. But for now, we're gonna, I suppose doing that as well would bring me back after Christmas fresh and wanting to play loads of FIFA, because I wouldn't have been playing it loads. But we'll see how we go. We'll see what we're doing. For now, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll maybe see you tomorrow, but maybe the next day.